we are talking about Aerodrome finance, right? We're talking about Aerodrome finance. And we're also talking about how Aerodrome finance and I believe Coinbase, right, are going to be the market makers for the United States of America. Because regulation is coming. The Clarity Act, I've been talking about that on my channel and I also post, right? It's coming. It's here. The Clarity Act is going to decide what's considered security and what's considered a commodity, right? And they're going to decide which protocol is going to accept securities and what protocols are going to accept commodities and what you can access and what you can't access, basically, right? That's why I preach this is the actually best time to be in crypto because you can get access to a lot of things before regulation comes. Take it off the platform, and there you have it. Because you may not have a second chance to buy these things, at least in the United States, right? I'm only speaking from the United States perspective. Now, there are other ways around these things, a VPN and XYZ, because humans will be humans, and they are going to find a way around everything, right? Saying it all to say, Aero Finance. The reason why I'm so caught up into Aero Finance and I've been doing my research on it, I can't get the word market maker out my head. When you read the description of Aero Finance on what would that be? When you read the description on Aero Finance on Coinbase, correct? Or any description, maybe on I don't believe it's on Uniswap, crypto.com, just to name a few, right? Read it. Let's just say Coinbase, because Coinbase is the number one. In the United States, is the number one uh, crypto account where a lot of inflows go and a lot of outflows go. Right. Coinbase also even have a. Um, they're also an IPO. They on the stock market as well as Circle. Right. So I think Circle is Coinbase USDC. Right. So they're using that for dollar to dollar back, right? They're using that for the dollar to dollar back. And then you have and then you have um they're using they're using Circle for the one to one back. So that's like the dollar, right? That's the protocol that they're using. They're using Coinbase as far as the exchange, right? Right? And that's where you can buy a lot of these different protocols. Maybe you buy the securities and or the commodities. We don't know yet. Let the Clarity Act decide that. But what's going to be if Coinbase is considered the commodity act, then what is going to be the security platform or protocol? Then you have Aerodrome. Aerodrome is a DEX, right? And in the description, it says market maker. So you guys know people can select and pick who they want to win, right? For example, they pick Ethereum to win too, and it's a lot of protocols that's 10 times better than Ethereum. But yet, ETH is on the right side of history. Is it correct to say that ETH is on the right side of history? And according to data, right, people are accumulating ETH um like none before. Tom Lee accumulating ETH like none before. He's the next. Basically, he's doing what Michael Saylor did to MicroStrategy. So ETH is going to be a big play in this one because you got to think about it like this. Coinbase owns Base, right? Base is going to be very important. Base is built on top of Ethereum, and it only works with Ethereum. So why would they make something that only works with Ethereum? You get what I'm saying? So think about it like that. If it only works with ETH, what does that mean? ETH is selected, Coinbase is selected and or elected, whatever word you want to use. It's just like presidency, right? You think that you're voting, but you really not voting because these people were selected. You didn't determine who was selected on these things, but that's a whole nother conversation. We're talking about crypto and how I believe that the market makers, right, which is Coinbase, which then has Base, which then uses Ethereum. These are all the moving parts. So listen to the moving parts. Coinbase would then have Base, which then has Ethereum, which now merged with Aerodrome. So what's one plus one? Think about it. I want y'all to really sit down and think about it. So if you don't have Aerodrome, because I didn't have Aerodrome in my protocol in my I never purchased any Aerodrome, but this is what when you study the market and you study the angles and you study crypto, anything that you study, you're gonna find information, more and more information as you go. And I discovered this. I got to give a shout out to I forget the guy name, but he has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna link the video to that because he explains it well, right? And like I say, this is a we all learn from each other. There's no one that I don't learn from in the crypto community, right? And he put it together, and it kind of makes sense. And I did some more research on top, and I said, God damn, it makes too much sense. And if it makes sense to me, it makes dollars. And if it makes dollars to me, we can make a lot of money. So I'm here to share that with you guys, right? Arrow to me is going to be a big major game player. Think about it. Do you know that people from the Federal Reserve, I don't care what no one say. Yes, the president, he has some form of law, right? He can create the laws and do this and do that. He has power, but it's more power than that. Rothschilds once said, "Give me control of the money, and I care who not make the laws." Right? So who control the money? The Federal Reserve. Put a one in the chat if you agree with that. The Federal Reserve controls the money. So if the Federal Reserve controls the money, right? Hmm, they are the market makers. So don't Coinbase have people that used to work for the Federal Reserve on their board? Huh. So aren't they making the market and you thought that they had control then? Wait till they have digital control. When they can vote out, vote in, say that you can't do this, say that you can't do that. This is all form of control. So we're just going totally digital, but to me, it's going to be a little bit more control, right? But I would rather own it than not own it. I would rather own it than not own it. So do your research on Arrow. I cannot give you financial advice. I'm just here to give you guys what I've learned, what I've consumed, and what I see. And pay attention to Arrow, pay attention to Coinbase. I believe if you don't own Coinbase stock, you may be that may be foolish because even Coinbase stock. Think about it. You know how much liquidity come into Coinbase? I mean Coinbase and a Coinbase. And do you know how much liquidity? It's like it's an on ramp and it's an off ramp. Coinbase is an on ramp and an off ramp. Most of the people cash out on Coinbase. So if you don't own Coinbase, whoa. If you don't own Circle, that's like owning the new US dollar. To me, pay attention to Circle as well. Who created Circle? XLM. So just pay attention to what's going on, people. Let me interact with the chat real quick. Abigail Williams said, God bless. Blessings, blessings, blessings to the Most High. Abigail Williams said, Jesus loves you and wants a relationship with you. Yeah, I talk to my God every day. We talk, we conversate. He tells me what to do, what to move to the left, move to the right, what to talk about, what not to say, So I have a strong relationship with the spiritual realm. SQW Edit said, "Hey, bro, what's going on? If this is your first time here, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for me. Help me get to 10,000 subs. I'm Crypto Doe, and I'm here to share everything I know with you guys so together we can go further than Wells Fargo. Major, if I mispronounce your name, it's all love. Arrow and BGLD are my biggest bags. Yeah, I gotta get some Arrow myself. You know what? I'm gonna start purchasing Arrow. What's tomorrow? Monday? Monday it is. I'll purchase some a couple of $1,000 worth of Arrow Monday. Because I've done my research, I see it for what I see it for, and I understand that it serves a purpose. So that will be the thing, right? Hopefully, you guys enjoying your July 4th Independence weekend, which that's a whole nother conversation because the first 13 colonies was Britain, but then we got freed from the Britain. So how are we really independent? But that's a whole nother conversation. Right? If you're celebrating, as long as it's with your family, with your loved ones, and y'all at barbecues and just spending time with each other, that's what should be celebrated, right? Togetherness. But that's a whole nother conversation. I wish you guys nothing but the best. I appreciate you guys. I just wanted to give you guys that morning update. I just came from the gym as usual. So I just wanted to give you that. After the gym, I get my downloads. I know what to talk about and what not to talk about. So I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your day. It's currently 9:38 Eastern Time on this lovely Sunday morning. Um, this is Crypto Dough once again. Go check out my merch store and my crypto guide is going to be linked in the description as well. I have a sale. You buy anything on the crypto merch link, and you will get my crypto guide for free. The only thing you have to do is take a picture of it and at me. At me, take a picture of it, and I'll send you the free link code. Instead of you spending $40 on that, you'll get that for free. On that note, appreciate it. Max Miguel said sub. I appreciate the sub. I appreciate it. On that note,